Hello, 7th graders, Mix there here. In this lesson, we will be talking about percent application, aka how does our work with percentages apply to our lives? And our learning target today is I can interpret scenarios and determine if I need to calculate a price increase or decrease, and then do so. In lesson 2 of this unit, we talked about how percentages can be applied to many of our everyday situations. For this lesson, we need to now decide what some of the various terms are telling us about a problem we're working on in order to understand how we're going to go ahead and solve that problem. So some of the places where we see percentages showed are in these little shopping bags. We have taxes, sale price, amount off, tips, gratuity, markdown. For each of these, I want you to pause and think about if these represent an increase or a decrease in an original cost. Go ahead and pause and write that down. So here's what all of these things actually do to our original value. Taxes increase them, sale prices decrease them, amount off decreases in original, tips increase in original, gratuity increases in original, markdowns decrease, and I went ahead and added this other little wobbly bag to represent this thing called commissions, which we're going to talk about on the next problem, and I'll go over that. But a commission is also going to represent an increase. The key to solving percent problems in real life is understanding what information we are being given and what values we are being asked to solve for. Let's check out how this all works. So in this problem, we have my dear friend Billy Bobob, and he is working as a fancy salesperson at a makeup counter. And he is receiving a commission of $23.80 for every $140 he sells. So here's where this word commission comes into play. And what a commission is there are many kinds of jobs where you earn this thing called a commission. And it is basically a certain amount of money that you get paid for every sale you make. And typically it's a percentage of that sale. And it is paid to you on top of your salary or your hourly wage. So it is extra money you get. It is a commission. Okay, so we are putting this into our part to whole relationship again to find this percentage. So what we are being given is a part, a whole, and the only thing left then would be this last question, which is the rate or the commission. So go ahead and fill this in words. What is the given information and what is it you are being asked to solve for? What is given to us is that Billy Bobob is earning $23.80 per every $140 in sales. What are we being asked to solve for? Well, we're looking for that partial percentage, or what percent of each sale does he earn as his commission. So here are the steps that you can use to solve problems like this. The first thing we're going to do is set up our percent proportion, and then we need to decide, is the value that we are calculating our solution, or is it just a piece of data we need to calculate our solution? Let's go ahead and set up that percent proportion. All right, there's our proportion, and we can use our cross multiplication to start to solve for that number x. Here's what your first step would look like after the cross multiplication. Then we'll use our fact families or inverse operations to further solve. And at the end of our work, we come up with this: x is equal to 17. And in this case, come back over, see, is this value we calculated our solution or just a piece of the data we need? And since all we're looking for is that rate of commission, or aka that dark red partial percentage, then we've got it. That means our answer is that Billy Bobob earns 17% commission. This problem is one of the kinds when you use your percent proportion, the solution you get is not necessarily your whole solution, but just a part of the solution. So what I would like you to do is go ahead and pause this, try to do this on your own, and then come back and see how you did. Here's your given information and what we are being asked to solve for. There's your proportion. And your answer to part A is that the shoes cost $82 before the sale. And then for part B, since we know what that partial was, we know what the discount was $12.30, and now we know what the total cost of the shoe was, $82. We can say that 82 minus $12.30 is 69.7, which means that Miss London spent $69.70 on the shoes. You will see each kind of these problems on your PC, so go ahead and practice them on your journal problems. Thanks so much.